Good morning, everybody. I hope
Howdy.
everybody's having a pleasant morning. How are you this morning, Todd?
I'm fine, but nobody's hearing this. We remember the lag.
Uh,
Okay, now we're on. Good morning, everyone.
yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, what it does is it streams it as they hear the beginning, even though I'm talking before anybody can see it, if that makes any sense. Uh,
Welcome to Hawaiian Day on Tom's channel.
I am going on vacation.
You're
And
already in vacation mode.
I am celebrating. I'm taking care of this morning. Got a doctor's appointment at 10:25. At 3:50 this afternoon, Roberta will be shutting down her computer, and sometime in the morning we will leave to drive to Charleston.
Is this going to be the Panama Canal trip?
No, that's in December. This is just a getaway for a long weekend.
Aha, because you deserve it.
Oh yeah, I do. And I tell you what, when I get back, I'm gonna get my ass on in gear and start reselling. And I'm going to. We might throw in one in July.
You like that traveling.
I
I bet
do.
I bet Roberta does too.
She does. We've taken some good trips. Let's see who all's in here this morning. Bumcrack, good morning. I hope you're doing well this morning. Lag, as always, pleasure. James W., Cindy, glad to see everybody in here. The Texas Bandit, good seeing you too. Morning, kids. God, what's he want? What does he want? He's calling us kids, or is he old?
Yeah.
Uh, Thank you, Lag. I like it too. Yeah, that's it. Tom is going on vacation. He needs time off from his vacation. You know, I'm old, Lag. I can wear shirts like this and get away with it now. That and burgundy sport coats.
Yep. You can reach the age of no care. I don't care.
That's right. Absolutely. If anybody cares to join us this morning, oops, that's not it. That's something else I was researching. Let me grab the link. Um, Shut up, Scott. Get in here.
Uh,
Um, Man, this is stylish. Anyhow, did the boss lady get back okay?
yeah, she rolled in about 5, and you never saw two dogs more happy to not be hanging with me anymore.
I'm
They were
sure.
all over her. They still are. Uh,
Good morning, Anissa. So you see us over on Rumble? Yeah, I'm simulcasting. I hope it works all right. It's working all right. Good morning,
no,
Joanna.
I'm not on jury duty. I don't know, just came up with a new creative title today. Just because. I don't know why because, but just because. Uh,
Texas, while you're riding around on your horse out there on the range, at least you look damn good, son, while you're wearing your Aloha shirts.
yeah, I've got a bunch that I could wear, but I sell them. I always pick them up at the bag sale at the Lutheran rummage sale. Seems like I always get 3 or 4 Hawaiian shirts every time
Do they sell
bag
good?
sale is going on. So Phil, you live in them? You're at a Poppin' Johnny.
What's a poppin' Johnny? Is that a
I
tractor?
don't, I don't know. I guess.
It sounds like a John Deere, a John Deere that's running a little rich or something. um, well, I'm glad she made it back okay. She resting up this morning.
Yeah, she's getting a little rest.
James,
So
I think Hawaiian shirts were at one time they sold real good, especially the ones that's from Hawaii. But I think everybody's got into like this one came from Walmart, from the WalMarts. So other than its festive looking design on it,
it's
it's
a
nothing really
big
special.
brand over there. I think it's called Hawaiian Hatties or something like that.
Yeah, but like I said, this is just a Walmart knockoff, so and it was on clearance.
Of course it was.
I don't understand. The summer stuff is just coming out, and it's already going on clearance. So
Yeah, they don't sell quick, James. You have to price them pretty low, but at the bag sale, I'm getting them for like 50 cents a piece. So, um, if I sell them for $10 plus shipping, I'm doing okay.
$10, I can go to Walmart and buy them for $7 all day long if I can find my size.
Yeah, but these are Hawaiian
Oh,
shirts. They're the
they're real Hawaiian shirts.
Hawaiian Hatties and
Yeah.
several other brands from out on Hawaii. Of course, you look at the tag and it says made in Taiwan or
Yeah.
something. Sold a pair of shorts.
Good job.
Man, we've been in shorts weather pretty much here. I
I
need
was
to
just
get I need to get me some more shorts.
we've been in shorts, out of shorts, in shorts, out of shorts around here because the temperature has gone so crazy.
Yeah. It's supposed to be rainy here for the next 3 days. So I probably won't get my shorts on anytime quick.
Um, so what you got on your agenda today? You get all that stuff listed that you bought?
I am listing the stuff that I bought, but no, it's not all listed. I got a whole lot. I did get my orders packed. Man, I took 29 packages to the post office yesterday. And this morning I packed 6 more. Yesterday I sold $650 worth of crap on eBay. It was a monster big sales day for me.
Scott apparently's got his cloaking device on this morning.
Man, I tore it up. Thanks. $650 in one day for a part timer like me. Boom.
Well,
Right
that's
after
good.
the show, I got 3 cha-chings during yesterday morning's show. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then, right after the show ended, I sold a $250 CD recorder.
You were just
So
rocking and rolling yesterday.
I was on
You know what?
fire yesterday.
Hope your buddy's lottery ticket.
You know what this is for?
No, I can't read it.
I can put it right there so I don't have to look at Tom's shirt. So I was thinking, Tom, if you put on some lipstick, you look like an old woman with that shirt on.
Oh,
Okay, everybody close your eyes except Scott.
funny.
Scott, I'm gonna, when you get finished with the show, and this is all I'm going to say about it, your home state is in the news again. Do Charlotte, North Carolina, Pokemon controversy. Google that when you get finished with the show.
No, I thought you were going to talk about that shooting down south.
Oh, no, that's,
That was-
everybody's having a shooting every day.
if you don't go somewhere and protect yourself, I ain't got nothing for you. I don't go anywhere. If I'm out in my building by myself, there's a gun laying around.
Well, we're headed to Charleston tomorrow, so
You better
We'll
carry
be-
one.
we'll be in daylight hours all the time. Because I just don't.
Are you talking about the Pokemon player that got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I didn't hear about it.
24K says it's safer to walk around Baghdad. Good
No,
morning, Mr. Sadie.
The problem is I think we talked about it before. You've got a bunch of trophy kids. You know they're so emotionally weak. They've if they don't get their way, they cry to it, and we've coddled them with safe spaces, and we have not taught people that life's tough, but it's a journey, and you learn from setbacks. It's not the end of the world. You take it, evaluate the situation, learn from the situation, and move on. Most of the time, when something happens, it's better on the other side. You just can't see it. But we have not taught this. We just taught them.
Everybody gets a trophy.
Everybody gets a trophy. Everybody wins. If you don't win, then they have no way of coping with it. Their idea is to lash out at everybody.
Well, in this case, he was one of the he and this boy he was getting ready to go up against were both 5-0. So even the spectators, and can you? I can't imagine people going and watching Pokemon tournaments. You know what I mean?
That shit
But
was on
if you
TV.
but if you've ever watched anything like the League of Legends games that's broadcast on YouTube, they will feel what's the big arena in New York? The Gardens.
Madison Square Garden.
They will fill it to 100% capacity. And people are just, and the announcers are going, and so did such and such, and his character just cast such a spell and whatnot. The audience will go crazy, like, the Lakers and the Knicks are playing or something like that. And I was watching, because my son plays League. We were watching it, or I was kind of watching over his shoulder, and he was talking, this guy was talking about that it had been years since the Madison Square Gardens had been to that capacity, and it took a daggum video game tournament
Do
to fill it up.
the Knicks still play in Madison Square?
I don't have any idea. That's the only two names I could think of that were, old school, big time names. I didn't throw the Hornets in there, but I don't blame him for being upset. They better be glad that I'm not his dad, because we would have problems, because it was all bullshit.
Oh yeah, it's just stupidity. A nervous laugh. You're asking a kid about pronouns.
Yeah.
For God's sake.
A 17-year-old.
Because you're a fucking tranny. Come on.
No, he's
Wait.
non-binary.
No, he's non-binary. He's not
Same
trans.
damn thing.
As your co-pilot through the over here corrected you on.
That's one weirdo calling another weirdo a fucking name. They're the same thing.
So I'm glad this is being broadcast over to.
I'm tired of taking this shit from these people. It's about time. We're talking. If you get it out of the media and out of the news, these kids, you look at it and go, have you seen? I know you've all seen it. You look at it and go, this woman, I saw she was a psychiatrist, or she was a professor or something, and she's like, one of my kids is trans and the other one's non-binary. I'm like, the chances of that happening in truly in nature are one in billions,
Yep.
and it's because you push this shit on them and you push
Yep.
this agenda. I
Absolutely.
mean, everybody in your audience that knows growing up knows a little girl who liked sports, who didn't play with dolls, was a Tom. And half the time those little girls grow up to be beautiful women. I mean, and
Somebody has to
you
be
know
special now.
they're they're just because they're athletic or they have a different body type. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, these are your athletes and on and on and on. And now we're convincing them they're a boy because they don't like the. I was listening to an interview the other day, and this guy was arguing with either Matt Walsh or what's his name with TP USA, and he knew at 6 years old that he was a girl because he didn't like sports and he didn't like superheroes. That was the two reasons he knew for sure, and that we should believe all children and they should be able to make their own decisions because he knew he was a girl because he didn't like sports and superheroes.
Then they need to be able to drink and drive and vote and everything
You
else.
know, it's people have got to get out of their kids' asses what it is. Everybody is trying. Nobody is special now. Everybody is got to keep up with what everybody else is going on. I mean, the Kardashians. What is their claim to fame? A lot of plastic surgery and a lot of damn drama. And
Felix,
everybody's got to be entitled. I know Mr. Sadie likes watching the Keeping Up with the Kardashians while he's drinking his Mick Ultra, but you know, sorry,
yeah,
Mr. Sadie.
Felix, I used to tell people that for years that I was a lesbian.
Oh, well, that's okay. If they pull it down, then I'll just say you discriminate against God.
So,
Against
Tom,
God.
I think you've convinced me that I'm now old enough. See, I hit my Hawaiian shirt days early.
Right.
In the early '90s, there was a big phase. Hawaiian shirts went in the early '90s, and I had a bunch of them. I had a closet full of Tommy Bahamas, all those silk shirts, and all that stuff because I was still thrifting and everything, and just I wasn't selling hardly anything. So, especially to the mid '90s, I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to up my game on Hawaiian shirts.
Um, you know, Anissa, that's just it. I'm 65 years old. Todd's 67. Scott's headed towards 60. We're old guys. Our record is starting to run out. You know, I could care less who sleeps with who or what, unless it's children. And I mean, I'm wanting to live my few days on this earth the best I can without worrying about what everybody else is doing, because it makes no difference to me. So there's my little rant for the morning.
The Gospel of Tom.
The Gospel of Tom. Hallelujah. Can I get an amen?
A-
Amen.
Amen, brother.
But everybody does. Everybody's got their nose up everybody else's butt. What they're doing, and and all these parents are trying to live vicariously through their children. It's just ridiculous. And there's, so girls don't like dolls and stuff like that. They would rather be doing something else. I grew up with some girls that they had horses and they showed horses and they were all about the horses. They did, when it came time on Sunday morning when people used to dress up to go to church, they dressed up for church. And when they went to prom, they were dressed up for prom and special occasions. But the rest of the time, you saw them in a pair of jeans down throwing hay. because they had to feed their horses and stuff like that. I mean,
Well, yeah, even Barbie had horses.
yeah. I mean, how many guys now know how to change a tire on a car? Stuff like that. You
Felix,
know,
we're not dumb. He says you guys are dumb. The more gay men, the more women for us. I've got one wife I've had for a long time. I don't want another one. God, fuck. I look at the. I can't even grow hair now after all.
let's
I don't
let's
want another one.
let's give a hallelujah to that.
If something happens to, I'll be just like Harlan. If something happens to, heaven forbid, would never wish it because my wife has been through so much. But if there won't never be another one. I won't ever. This is my only, first and only marriage. There won't be another.
That's the way I think too. There will not be another Mrs. Tom Hucks.
I'm selfish.
Although not being Mr.
No, see, I'm.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Even though from across the aisle over there, I heard there might be another Mrs. Tom Hucks, Mr. Tom Hucks.
So Felix,
Yeah, Roberta Hucks. She
I'm
said,
not- I'm just telling Felix, I'm not selfish, Felix. I'm giving you even more. You're allowed to have like 50 wives, so you go for it.
and you crazy. I don't know how you. Anyway, my wife's going to blow the horn as she goes by my funeral, and with Juan the pool boy, apparently according to her. I don't want any more kids. If I wanted another kid, I would go adopt another one. And these guys, what gets me, these people that's my age and Todd's age and Scott's age, they've been married all these years and they dumped their wife for some 20-something-year-old. That's stupid. That is stupid. She's going to kill you and take your insurance money is what she's going to do. So anyhow, sorry, got us off on a tangent there. But I just knew Scott would just love to find out about his home state. Or are you a Bamite or are you a North Carolinian?
I was born in Chapel Hill.
Okay, that's what I thought. You're a Tar Heel. But
Yeah, my mom worked at Chapel Hill in the hospital there. My dad worked at Duke when I was born. We lived there all of like 2 months, and then they moved to Kinston, and that's where I grew up.
okay.
I actually sold something this weekend to It was shipped it to Kinston yesterday for the first time ever.
Was it to your mama?
She lives in Wilmington.
Oh.
Yeah. I ain't selling. You can try selling something to your mom and see if you can live that life on the edge. I ain't ready to live life on the edge like that.
I told my mom, I was talking to my mom yesterday, and she's talking about she had to go by and collect, because she owns the building that my brother's company runs out of. She said she had to go by there and pick up her rent. And I said, well, are you going to go spend it? She says, no, I'll just stick it over in my little account. And so maybe when I'm gone, there'll be something left for you boys. And I'm like, Mom, I want you to go out there and spend the hell out of it. Just make sure all your bills get paid and all that kind of stuff. Just go out there and have a good time. But she is tight with her money. But yeah, James, I agree with you on that. I agree with it. So Scott, I was watching you. I had you go running on the TV over the weekend, and the first thing that popped up was that video where you're sitting in a panel van with the creepy smile on your face, and, and then it had like free on the side of the van or something, and then you were inside the Walgreens shopping and talking about different products and scanning stuff and whatnot, and some little boy, I guess he's maybe 10 or so, goes walking past and he stops and waves at the camera and keeps on going. I said, Scott's getting a reputation there. But that was a good video. Like I said, I just had him play. I was listening in the background. When you buy your plushes, like you were buying off the shelf, do you how do you ship them? Do you just put them in a poly bag and mail them, or
Yeah.
if you're fulfilling yourself? Because I know if you're Amazon, you got to put them in a bag with the suffocation label and all that kind of crap on it. Send them in.
Correct.
See, I listen. And then this third video was with you doing the unboxing of the returns, the underwear.
That was a classic one right there.
Fucking bitches. I mean, it's over. If you look at the reasons for return, I got one. I got two coming back, too small. It's a 2X and it's too small. How about you lay off the cheeseburgers? Fuck. Do you not? Can you not read the chart? It shows you that your ass is way too big for that damn thing. Then Amazon, a couple of them won't let me sell on them anymore because there's too many returns for size issues. I'm like, Amazon, you're fucking morons. These people order two. You'll see the same customer order like an extra large, a 2X, and a 3X, and then they'll return 2 out of 3. I'm like, you're the one that allows this stupidity.
I had to run to Walmart yesterday, or maybe it was the day before
It's
yesterday.
written right there on the package what size they are, right?
Yeah. And there was a lady bitching the daggone manager of the Walmart neighborhood out because none of their scooter, the motorized shopping carts were working. And she told the woman, the woman saying, it's federal law. You're supposed to have motorized.
It ain't federal. It ain't federal shit.
Well, that's what the manager, she says. I don't know anything about being a federal law. That's just something as a convenience for people that need them.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's just raking her ass up and down, and the woman looked like she got around pretty good. She just didn't want to have to walk around that store. But Felix says
Oh Lord.
his wife usually pays $3. I'm assuming this is what this means. $300 to $600 for lingerie, and he just ordered two for $9.99 from Amazon. She must be ordering that fancy lingerie that there's $3 worth of fabric in it, $3 worth of fabric and labor in it. Need to say there's not a lot to it.
Like in my list of mental notes about you, I'm ignoring the fact that you're claiming that if you are 40, we know that's a lie. Ha.
We know you're a 46-year-old mama of 4. Good morning, Maggie. So, anywho.
We know you're a 46-year-old binary trans.
He's talking about lag, Maggie, not you.
Yeah, we're talking about lag, man.
Morning, Maggie.
Scott, what were you thinking about sleeping in the back of that truck?
Adventure? I don't know.
I watched that video and I'm thinking, what a dumbass.
Yeah, everybody calls me cheap. That's pretty cheap to just
I
sleep in
know
the back of your truck.
he's got a zip tie his back door shut on his truck cab. I'm thinking that just made my
I need
back
to,
hurt just thinking
I need to
about it.
have some warning that somebody's coming in there before I open my eyes and just start shooting. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna build a platform this time. If it quit getting cold, we have like 2 days of warm, and we got another cold front coming through this weekend.
Yeah.
Tom, y'all probably got it too coming.
Yes.
We won't,
That's true. We won't.
because we're going to be where it's warm, hopefully.
Yeah, because it's back into the 30s Saturday night, Saturday,
Not for us.
Sunday night, and Monday night before it warms.
Well, we'll have to deal with it coming back in on Monday. But
This damn global warming, it needs to warm.
what is it, the El Nino or Nino, whichever ones it is? It's apparently got all the currents all messed up.
So have y'all seen the speaking of crazy John Fetterman? That person they traipsed out that person that looks nothing like John Fetterman and called him Fetterman. Have y'all seen the latest one of Biden where he reaches back and scratches his neck and you can see the whole mass move?
Uh,
And and somebody had two pictures of this was Biden this morning at something and this is Biden this afternoon. And you put them side by side and you go, that's not the same fucking person.
okay, sorry. So, Todd,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
what you got on your agenda?
I
Yes.
just ship, list, walk, fart. That's about it.
Not necessarily in that order.
No, farting is mixed in any time.
Good morning, Craig.
It just happens. Yep. Ship, list, walk, fart. That's about it.
How about you, Scott?
It's a day in the life of a retired school teacher reseller.
So I went to I did an online estate sale the other day and ended up with I bought 9 or 10 book lots and one of the book lots had like 130 books in it. And so I processed those 130. I paid $3 for that lot and it was worth like $3.75 profit on Amazon. So I shipped but all the other ones I've gone through. So I've got books galore out there that I've got to get shipped up, packed up and shipped out. Um, so I'll be dealing with books most of the day.
Would you use media mail for that, or is Amazon
It's going to. I'm
got
selling.
cheaper than media?
So books are the one area where you lose money if you don't send them in. If it's a decent book, you got to send it in because Amazon FBA that's still commands more of a premium for an FBA shipment on books than it does anything else on Amazon.
Hmm.
So they're all going in.
Now, I've not ordered a book from Amazon. When you send these books in, are they shipped like through like a regular item? I mean, through a box and all that, or do they ship it media mail? Or
Mag, do you still send books to Amazon? I know she did that a long time.
Yeah. So this person had a lot of religious books, so that was the reason I bought all the books because they generally are pretty good, much heavier good books than just regular ones. So
right, I'm probably taken
Okay.
care of a little bit better.
I've probably spent maybe $25 on all 300 or 400 books, and yeah, they should net me about $1,000 profit.
So Maggie still sends books to Amazon FBA. Okay.
And
Flag said he sold one.
I made 5 lots, so I took the remaining 100 and some books to auction. So hopefully somebody. I made stacks of like 25 or 30, so hopefully somebody won't at least give me a $5 bill on them damn books.
Yeah.
And that I'll get out. Because I don't want to throw them away, and they're too heavy for the trash can. And piling that stuff up on a thrift store is probably not the greatest thing.
What brought that up, Mike?
That's what I was wondering too.
That
Did I
just
miss something in the chat somewhere?
that just came out the clear blue sky. And yes, I agree with you. It will make everything pucker up on me.
I was watching a video where this guy and his wife decided they were going to get into the book selling on Amazon. And this was not too long ago. This was like since the first of the year this video was made. And they bought 2 pallets of, the Gaylords full of books. But there was nothing in it that was exceptional. It was just books. And the comments in the thing was like, dude, by the time if they're scanning as they're packing those Gaylords, they're scanning books to see what's selling.
So Mike, I agree with you, man. You jump in cold water and you go through the stages like when you first get there, you become non-binary, and then the longer you stay in the water, you become a trans because you have a mangina, and it takes you hours to thaw out till everything comes back from inside of you. It's like your second ball drop of your life.
A Gaylord is a shipping term. That's where you have one of these cardboard boxes, that's big ass things, 4x4, and they sit down on top of what do you call it?
I thought you were talking about like the King Tranny, the Gaylord.
No.
Like
one of the wood pallets.
You've been talking about Pokemon. You've been playing gay Pokemon, and you're trying to take out the Gaylord.
Yeah. Okay. A pallet. They're big cardboard. Google it. Okay, just Google Gaylords. And see what. Put shipping on the end of it. As Scott says, you might come up with something else. But anyway, they were just.
You will. Let's see.
They were chewing him up for, did you not do any research about this stuff?
It comes over hotel. The Gaylord Hotels is first. That one actually. Okay, what happens if I split it and make it 2 words? Synonym of gay, a homosexual man, quotations. We're not going that far. We'll get you.
Flag with a cape.
A male homosexual or very effeminate man.
Are you serious?
That'd be crazy.
I type in Gaylord, and the first thing I come up with is something from Roo-Rah Box Company. Scott, did you hear what she said? She said, "I worry about his search issues." I'm serious. I typed in Gaylord, not with shipping, just Gaylord, and that's the first thing that came up with a box company. But anyway, they were, which one person came to their fence said, there's a lot of 99-cent booksellers out there which are making their money off of.
It's too much work to make to do this for pennies. I don't get that. I mean, I understand how they're making money, but that's a lot of work to make a nickel on a damn book.
Well, there's always ads here. There's must be some big bookseller here in Charlotte because there's always ads looking for people to process books.
And I wouldn't have bought these unless I was going up there anyway, but because they are boring. Holy crap, they're boring.
It's what Todd needs. He needs a book, pallet full of books they have to sort through and list. Gwen would probably either saying, "Okay, it's time to wall in the carport, or it's time for you to get out." Yeah, Mr. Sadie, Scott's going to end up on Pornhub. It don't matter what he Googles. So it looks like everybody had a good weekend with their sales. At least Todd did.
Yeah, let's see here. To 31 days up 13%. The last 7 days is 1,700 something. Tearing it up, tearing it up.
I was looking back up through the chat and to see if I missed anything of importance, and Nissa says she's ready for grandkids, but no one is ready. I say, and three say they don't want them. Yeah, because the other two, you'd probably kill them if they came home saying, "You're getting ready to be a grandma." I just, we'll just have to wait a little bit longer, us. Let's see, I've been picking up older edition of children's classics. They've been I was reading what Maggie said. I've been picking up older edition of children's classics. They've been re-imaging them, so many of them to update the language. Okay.
That's right, Glock. Of course, 1,700's in sales. What do you wind up with after all the fees and all the shipping and all the income tax due? Do I even make 50%? Cost of goods, everything. End up with 1K. I don't think I'm doing that well. I'm probably, with federal income tax, I'm probably getting about 50% spendable income. But it beats the heck out of having zero, right?
Well, that's what I was about to say. How much would you have if you didn't do this?
Yeah, for a week I'm up 700 or so. Or what would it be? 1,400?
I think Todd's at the age where he's not penalized by his age anymore. And that's a
Oh yeah, they already penalized me. They took some back.
I thought you I thought I thought you were over 66 and a half. I thought they didn't that didn't matter anymore.
How crooked is that system that you pay in it your entire life? They have held money. If you could have just put it in a savings account, you'd earn more money on it and just not be allowed to spend it. But yet, when you're a go getter and want to make money in your later years, they still won't give you the money that you put in. I mean, how What kind of a sick, twisted fucker do you have to be to come up with this system?
I know.
I mean,
I
really, really, you just take it. It's like they took a fist and just went,
Yeah.
I
no
didn't get.
glove, no glove.
They told me I didn't get penalized for making uh, making more selling and stuff. They told me I was penalized because I make too much overall.
I mean, Social Security is a perfect equity of outcome. It is a perfect example of why that does not work. You know, because if you retire with too much money, oh, you're with you could be pulling out your own 401k, and they're going to go, oh, you got too much income. You can't have the money we've stolen from you your entire fucking life.
Well, back, let's see, Roberta and I've been married. So let's say about 30 years ago, a friend of mine's husband died. And they had two children that were still, dependents. And so she got, Social Security for them from him, for the children from him. She would get she would get money from him from his Social Security unless she made more than $10,000 a year. If she made over $10,000 a year, then she wouldn't get his Social Security. Between his Social Security and $10,000, that wasn't enough to live on. Now she's also got the couple of grand that she was getting because of the kids, but still, that wasn't enough to live on. So you either had to go all in and make a lot of money so you didn't have to worry about the Social Security, or live a life of squalor. Now I'm sure that numbers have adjusted since it's been so long ago, but back then it just really bugged me that, which she was not a go-getter anyway, so she was happy with what she got, but that's not really that's not really cool.
Um,
But that's just me. That's from the Book of Tom.
The Book of Tom.
The Book of Tom. I'm gonna write me a book. The Book of Tom. All it is just my random thoughts about life. Well, that's just it. You know what? It needs to be. I think there needs to be a series of conventions around the country for reselling. So and of course you would have to be sitting through 4 hours of that gum BS during the day for taxes. For being able to write it off as a tax deduction. But so people could take some trips. Because back when I was young, and my dad, they had an annual land surveyors convention at Myrtle Beach. Um, they had to have 4 hours a day of some kind of organized programming to make it a tax deduction. And 2 hours of it was an actual talking about new, because these fellas supported their state senators and congressmen. So somebody was always from the government there, senator or congressman was always there, and they would do a presentation for a couple of hours. But the rest of it was um, merchants pushing their wares, doing conferences about the new technology and everything like that. It was all BS. So maybe that's what Roberta and Joni need to do. They need to start doing RJ conventions around the country. Then Felix can come from the Middle East. Now, Felix, if you sell something that goes to the United States, do you have to pay U.S. sales tax or U.S. income tax or anything? You don't. Are you supposed to? Is that the reason you don't come to the country anymore?
They're probably looking for him.
Yeah. The order person who orders does. Okay. Well, I didn't know whether you had to do income tax off of it or not.
I think I saw him on a poster at the post office when I was there yesterday.
Well, you got to show a profit every 3 years, Mr. Sadie. At that point, if you don't, then at that point it becomes a hobby. Or that's the way the tax ruling used to be on it.
He could probably show
Okay.
$1 profit pretty easy.
It just has to show a profit.
Do, do.
But I don't know of anybody that does anything for very long that if they're not making money off of it, all they're doing is spending money. They stay in it. Okay. I was just wondering. I didn't know how that worked.
Carol's been hobbying for years.
She's been doing what?
She's been a hobby seller for years.
Okay. Oh, okay. It just popped up. A hobby. Yeah, but Carol, you get all that. You get those checks from them 7 ex-husbands of yours, so you're in good shape.
7 ex-husbands. No. Oh.
She gets more checks in the mail from ex-husbands than she does get United Way gets.
Yeah. She probably gets child support for Toby.
Does she have a child named Toby, or is that the dog?
That's the dog.
I don't.
You don't know Carol's Toby?
No.
Oh my God, what a great dog. That's the sweetest dog. Unlike its owner, but there you go.
They're starting to look alike though.
Carol, you're getting ready to head to. Not Carol, excuse me. Maggie, you're getting ready to head to Florida, aren't you?
Toby's a blonde. Other than that, yeah, I see the resemblance.
Anyway. So, Scott, you doing a show tomorrow?
You're red, yeah, red.
Yeah.
You're going to be on the road tomorrow.
No, I'll be right here.
All right. Then, unless Todd decides to have one on Thursday, there won't be one on Thursday because I should be getting on a ship. And then he'll be doing his on Friday.
Tom's got to go win bingo again on board ship.
Yeah, that'd be good. That would be good. In early May, okay.
Yeah, why don't you do it live from on board? That'd be fun.
I can't.
Extremely expensive, right?
I don't know how their Wi-Fi would hold up to that.
Oh yeah.
It's really sucky.
Probably cost an arm and a leg.
Now, if everybody wants to send me about $5,000, I'll buy a satellite phone and we'll do them that way.
Is that what satellite phones cost?
Actually, the phone itself is comparable to an iPhone. It's just that
Service.
the service gets kind of pricey because you don't buy there's not an unlimited plan. You know, it's you pay by the hour like or the minute like the old school. From my research, now somebody like 24K, he probably has one and um, knows better than I do. But as far as I know, you pay a minute rate.
Mm.
But yeah, it would take some of the new ships, like the new Carnival, the Royal Caribbean, Norwegian's newest ships, they have Elon system on them, and that's supposed to be um, better. But still, when you got 6,000 people walking around with their telephones on,
Yep.
uh, it's going to deplete the signal. You pay a monthly subscription, and then it's a minute rate. Okay, that's what I thought, Felix. Thank you. So, I mean, I've known people that have had satellite phones because they travel through the middle of nowhere a lot. Like there's There's spots in South Carolina and North Carolina that there is no service because of the terrain and whatnot. See, that's just it. A 1 year minimum is usually 5,000 to 10,000 plus you need to pay the minutes. Mm, that's a little bit too rich for me. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of little towns around here. My phone doesn't work there.
Well, as they go up, like the 5K or 5G, the towers have to come closer together. That's why I was reading an article online that was about a church here in Charlotte that's got up in their bell tower. They have a satellite. I mean, they have a cell phone transmission tower inside their church because now there's not actually any bells anymore. It's all taped. Um, so they rented out to one of the cell service providers to put a sending unit in there so they can kind of get the towers closer together. Because you can go through Charlotte and lose service. So yeah, 5G is good, but it's also causing problems because the towers have to be closer. Okay. So anyway, guys, I got to get out of here. I got a doctor's appointment at 10:20, and so it takes me about 10 minutes to get there, and then I have to be there, of course, 10 to 15 minutes early. So anyway, check out Scott tomorrow, Todd, latter part of the week. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, if you're not going to do a show Thursday, I might as well do one.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to do it unless I got good service. I might jump in there because we'll still be in harbor, but I don't think my service will be good enough to run a show. So anyhow, have a great one.
All
We'll
right.
see you when we get back.
Once in a while, go out on deck. You don't have to spend all your time in the restaurants and the bingo hall.
Listen, we have a daggum balcony. I'm going to sit my fat butt out on a chair and watch the ocean go by. Roberta's the one that's going to be up there at the bingo parlor. So anyway, have a great one. See you when I get back. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.